Hello coding enthusiasts, welcome back to Skill Curb where we post daily videos on cutting edge technologies. And today we're unlocking the full potential of Visual Studio Code with the latest and greatest shortcuts to turbocharge your coding in 2024. Stick around because these tips will take your coding game to a whole new level. So let's kick things off with opening up a new window. For that you'll be using Ctrl Shift L. And there you go, you can open a new window like this. Now, if you want to zoom in, you can use this shortcut, which is Ctrl plus equal to zoom in and Ctrl minus to zoom out. If you want to open up your terminal without using your mouse, you can use this shortcut, which is Ctrl backtick. With this, you can toggle your terminal with ease. And if you want to open up the sidebar without losing your keyboard focus, you can use this shortcut, which is Ctrl plus B to toggle the sidebar. Now let's say you want to open up the Explorer window. For that, you'll be using Ctrl Shift E to open up the Explorer window. If you want to go to the Find window, you can use Ctrl Shift F. And if you want to go to the Source Control window, you can use Ctrl Shift G. If you want to go to the Extensions window, you can use Ctrl Shift X. Now let's say you want to create a build. For that, you'll be using Ctrl Shift B. And here you can run different commands like npm build, which will start bundling your project. Let's say you want to open up some file, so you can use Ctrl plus P to open up the file menu, and here you can search for any file you want to open, such as global.css. And for opening up command palette, you can use the same shortcut but add shift to it, which is Ctrl Shift P. This way you can open up the command palette and perform a lot of things like color theme, etc. This shortcut is really well known. If you want to save a file, you just need to do this Ctrl plus S to save the file. Now let's say you close some tab and you want to restore it. So for that, we'll be using this shortcut, which is Ctrl Shift T. This will restore the last closed tab. And let's say you want to open up some module, you can use this shortcut Ctrl plus T and search for that module like this one. And you can just open it up. Imagine you're working on a line and you want to insert a new line. For that, you'll be using Ctrl Enter. It will directly insert a new line no matter where you are in the code. Let's say you want to find something throughout your code. And for that, we'll be using Ctrl F to search for what you want to find. And afterwards, we can use this shortcut F3 to navigate through these search results individually. Let's say you want to see where this variable has been used. For that, we'll be using Shift F12. This will show you all the references where this variable, this module has been used throughout the code. And now let's say you want to jump to where this module was actually defined. You can use this shortcut, which is F12, and this will take you right where it was first defined. Now let's say you want to switch tab. For that, you'll be using Ctrl Tab to switch between tabs. You can even keep on hitting tab to select whichever tab you want to go to. And if you want to close this tab, you can use Ctrl plus W to close this one. And there is this powerful shortcut which closes all open tabs. You can use Ctrl K W to close all tabs. Let's say you want to select all the properties naming flex. So for that, we'll be using Ctrl D. This will select all the occurrences of flex property throughout your code, one by one. And if you want to rename this variable avatar fallback, you can use F2. And here you can simply rename this however you want. Renamed. And this will rename it, the whole component. And if you want to move this line anywhere in your code, you can use this shortcut, which is Alt plus down arrow to move it downwards and Alt plus up arrow to move it upwards. You have this component which you want to duplicate. For that, we'll be using Alt Shift down arrow, and this will duplicate it, and you can move it wherever you want using your shortcut Alt plus up arrow to move it upwards and Alt plus down arrow to move it downwards throughout your code. To increase the readability of your code, you add commands. If you want to comment this line, we'll be using this shortcut, which is Ctrl plus / and this will comment this out. Let's say you want to comment more than one line, a whole selection. So for that, we'll be using this shortcut, which is Alt Shift A. This will comment out the whole selection for you. If you want to open up the settings, for that, the shortcut is Ctrl, and you can open up your setting and manage your workspace however you want it to be. And how about working in two files simultaneously? For that, we'll be using split screen. And to make your screen split, you can use this shortcut, which is Ctrl plus /. This will divide your screen in two, and you can work on two files simultaneously. And how about opening up a new file in the split screen mode? For that, let's go to the Explorer and select the file, this one, all you need to do is hold Control and press Enter, and this will open up this file into the split screen mode. Suppose you have two files open and you want to open this current file into the split screen mode. For that, we'll be using this shortcut, which is Control, Alt, and the right arrow key, and this will move the file into the split screen. You can navigate through the file word by word using this shortcut, which is Control and the right arrow key to move right, and the left arrow key to move left. Notice that every time the cursor jumps, it exactly jumps to the end of a word. Oops, we forgot a basic one, which was Control M to open up a new file, and you can save this file using Control S. Now comes the most crucial shortcut. With the help of this shortcut, you can view all the key bindings and edit them. To open up the key binding, all you need to do is hold Control, then K and S. With this, you can open up the key bindings for your Visual Studio Code and edit them however you want. You can go through them and view further shortcuts that you're not aware of. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to mastering Visual Studio Code with these game-changing shortcuts in 2024. If you found these tips helpful, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to Skill Curb, and hit the notification bell. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, happy coding.